Okay, so there are two different objectives for this section. So we did graphical quadratic and standard form. Now we're going to do part two, which is convert from standard form to vertex form. All right, let's have one example of this, and then it'll match some of the later homework questions. All right, so basically we have standard form where it's ax squared plus bx plus c, and then we have this vertex form. We have like this h and k. And so to get vertex form, basically we have to find hk, which is just the x and y coordinates of our vertex. So it's really not all that different than before, where we're going to start with the standard form, but we're going to find the vertex using our magic little formula, x equal negative b over 2a. All right, so if you feel like you got this, you should pause the video and try it before continuing, and you can check your work. Okay, so let's see. This is a is 2 and b is 4. So we are just going to do our formula. The pretty purple pen here. Actually, I got black now, it looks like. But I'm going to do the opposite of b, which is negative 4 over 2 times a, which is 2. So we get negative 4 over 4, and that reduces to negative 1. All right, so now we've found the x part of our vertex, which is actually going to be h in this little formula here. And then to find the y coordinate of the vertex, just plug it in. So we're going to plug it in again right there and right there for x. So I have y equals 2 times negative 1 squared plus 4 times negative 1, and then a slap of plus 3 on the end there in the formula. Okay, and you can start to do some of these steps together. So like when I square negative 1, that's what I do first. That's 1. So this is really like 2 times 1, or just 2, sorry. Okay, and then this middle part, 4 times negative 1 is just negative 4. Okay, so I'm kind of doing some of the steps together here. And then from there, just go left to right. All right, now we're going to do 4 plus negative 2 plus 3. So I think that should all come out to be positive 1 for y. And now we just fill it in this vertex form. So I do y equals, and then I'm going to leave a blank for the moment, but I'm going to do x minus negative 1 squared, and then on the outside we have a k value of 1, which is just the y coordinate of our vertex. Okay, so we could clean that up obviously a little bit. Minus a negative is just going to become a plus. Sorry about my exponent there. Okay, and then a. So take a second and put on your puzzle hat here, and what do you think a is going to be? If you had to guess, right, where is it going to come from? Right, and so the answer is it's the same as a was before, which was just a 2. So that's the final part, is to put the 2, and now we have vertex form for our quadratic. Right, we started with standard form, we converted it to our vertex form by finding the vertex. Same thing we've been doing the whole time. Right, so really that's the main part of this lesson, is to be able to find the vertex using this little formula here. Right, if you can't do that, watch the videos.